continues our live team coverage tonight from Edwardsville. Bill.
Sophia and Scott, as quickly as that flash flooding happened here tonight at Edwardsville at the Gateway Shopping Center, the floodwaters quickly receded. You could take a look behind us, a much different scene from what we saw just 30 minutes ago. There are police officers and tow truck operators trying to move these cars that were stranded in standing water. We're being told at least 5 cars were stuck here in the water, but officers tell us everyone got out okay. Just about all of the water has gone down here, but not without leaving some damage. Several of the stores here and the restaurants took in several inches of water.
More on Judge Menora's story. She's live from Courthouse Square in Scranton. Sarah.
Well, Scott, Judge Menora.
Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Tom and Mindy. Yeah, we're live here at a polling place in Scranton.
Working overtime. Andy, good morning.
Good morning, Tom and Mindy. Yeah,
Live at Old Forge High School. Scott.
Trish, good evening.
Don Rays. Hey there, Amanda.
Good evening, Sophia. Thousands filled with hope.
He's live at the Pittston Police Department. Sarah.
Well, Scott, Trish, Pittston police say when they catch the men responsible for today's attempted lurings, they'll make sure.
Lori, and Lori, tell me a little bit about your role in the show.
Well, because the play is about an entire community, I play lots of different people, but my favorite.
Morning.
You said it. Hey, good morning, Tom, from Duryea Police Department. It's here where this department and so many others are going to be busy on this New Year's Eve. With us is Officer Don McRae to tell us what's on tap for your place and so many others, because you guys keep in touch and you're kind of working together this evening.
Well, we're like most police departments around the area tonight. We're going to be amping up our patrols. It's
been a long 46 hours of dancing, celebrations.
We are.
And emotion at Penn State's annual Dance Marathon 2013, and one that raised a record-breaking amount of money to battle childhood cancer, more than $12.3 million.
It feels great to be a part of something that's a lot bigger than just you. I mean, like, if you look around, like, there's 15,000 kids in this room dancing for one reason.
It's my first time dancing, first everything, and it's been absolutely amazing. Way more than what I thought it was going to be.
Students and families who journey through this emotional weekend experience many highs and lows. For the Deckmans of Mountaintop, it's a year to celebrate. They say Thon has been a huge help for their family as their son Caleb battled kidney cancer.
It's more than just financial support, it's inspiration. It brings people together that are going through the same things that we've gone through, so it creates a network of encouragement and hope.
Now Caleb is 10 and 5.5 years cancer-free. He says Thon makes him feel even better.
Yeah, it makes me feel great that they're like dancing for all the kids that have like cancer.
Many Penn State alumni say seeing Thon is an inspiration for all who love this university.
It gives a lot of strength, especially through the university right now. Everything that's gone on the past couple of years, we just continue to come back, give back, and show our support.
It's something that will never leave. I mean, it's the feeling you get when you walk in never changes, and the look you get from the families, and it's just an amazing feeling.
And seeing yet another record-breaking total raised for the kids will keep many strong as they battle to beat and cure cancer.
We're just amazed every time. You never get tired of it.
Amanda Kelly, Newswatch 16, Center County.
Lindsey Vonn is a record-breaking ski racer, one of the most famous in the world. But a tumble during a race in Austria has left Vonn with torn ligaments in her knee and a questionable future in the sport. Taylor Harrison is a ski race instructor at Elk Mountain Ski Resort in Susquehanna County. He's been ski racing for 20 years and knows a thing or two about injuries. Just a few weeks ago, he fell and suffered a concussion.
It was graphic. To see her knee and leg hit the ground at the same time is extremely disturbing. It's the inherent risk of taking on the race course.
These ski racers practiced on the slopes at Elk Mountain. Some are very young and have been skiing for years.
I really like the gates, like the noise they make when you hit them, and just the speed and being on snow all the time.
Despite Lindsey Vonn's injury or their own injuries, the racers we spoke with say they would never stop doing this.
It's extremely addictive. The speed, the desire to go faster and faster every time. Honing in your technique is also desired.
Heavenly Father, I pray for the families right now. In the name of Jesus, dear Lord.
Prayers for Vaughn Kemp at the Mount Zion Baptist Church in Wilkes-Barre, hours after the 24-year-old parishioner was fatally shot in a backyard just blocks away. Church usher William Montgomery knew Vaughn since he was a teen.
And we would see him and his brother, throughout the community. There wasn't no trouble kids, nothing like that. We would mentor them throughout the community.
The shooting happened in the early morning hours at a house on South Grant that witnesses say was packed with partygoers. Felix Rivera was dancing and thought the shots were firecrackers.
We pulled the music down. The police say, everybody has to stay right here. If something is happening outside. We say, what?
Here in the backyard, you can still see remnants of the party, these beer bottles, and even medical equipment used to try to save Kemp's life. But the people in the house say they don't think he was even a guest at their party and that he was chased here when a fight started down the street. So a fight happened and it kind of moved over here.
Yeah, they is coming, following right here. The other guy is following the other guy right there.
Howard Lee Hughes lives next door and saw the party turn to panic as people scrambled to get away.
It was ridiculous. There was a lot of people over there. But, it was 2 pops I heard laying in bed, and I walked out front, and then that's when you heard the additional 3 pops.
We met a lot of people in the neighborhood who knew Kemp but were too shaken to speak on camera. They say their friend was a young father who hoped to join the Navy. Neighbor Selby Judge lost his own son and says Vaughn's death really hits home.
My son, males would like to have that son, and my heart goes out to the family.
I saw the car totally under the roof, but the roof was on my car. But I'm just happy that nobody got hurt, everything's being taken care of, and that's a good ending if nobody gets hurt.
On Monday evening, Diane Grabowski was in her home on the 500 block of Washington Avenue in German when a large part of the roof from the house next door flew off and landed on top of her car.
It's the rolled roofing. It came right off and landed on the car, and it's part of this weather event that we've got going. I mean, it's not expected, but we know we're going to expect everything.
The owner of the damaged home tells us he was shocked to see a large section of his roof on the ground.
I had no idea it was going to be that big of a piece that had blown off the roof. I heard it was like a 3-foot by 10-foot section, not a 30-foot by 10-foot section.
After fire crews arrived on scene here, first they made sure there were no injuries, and then they spent the next several hours working to secure what was left of the roof, hoping to prevent any more damage.
They're up there looking to make sure it's still safe, that nothing else is going to blow off, and make sure that the rest of the cars around here are going to be safe, make sure nothing else is going to blow off there.
The damaged roof forced 3 people out of this apartment home, and they are now being helped by the Red Cross. Charlotte McBride, Newswatch 16, Lackawanna County.
And with that, it was a tearful goodbye to little Audriana Bartle outside the Faith United Church of Christ in Hazel Township. Hundreds of people came out to honor Audriana and remember her long, hard fight against cancer.
Audriana had so many people who loved her, 80,000 followers on her Facebook page, and just every person who ever met her, she touched their heart and they loved her.
Dozens and dozens of people lined up here inside the church, all to pay their respects to Audriana's mother and her family. Audriana Bartle died last Friday after a 6-year-long battle against a rare form of cancer called neuroblastoma. Audriana's mother says they chose to have this kind of memorial with balloons and painting and food instead of funeral services.
We wanted to have a celebration of life because that's the way Audrey was. Any smile on her face would brighten up your life.
Several who came out to support Audriana say they hope this will bring awareness to such an awful disease.
And it's a horrible thing. They need to find a cure for it. And, we see a lot of it. And doing therapy dog visits, we see too much of it. And there needs to be a cure. Someone this young to die, it's just so sad.
Audriana's family say they will continue Audriana's memory, continue to raise money, and turn Audriana's wish into a foundation to help other children who are battling cancer. They will fulfill these kids' last wishes, like going up in a hot air balloon or a helicopter, because it's what Audriana would have wanted.
They're going to be able to say, Audriana sent us in a hot air balloon, because that's what she wanted. That's her legacy, and her voice and her legacy will not be silenced, and she will live on.
Along with the foundation, Audriana's family will also plant a butterfly garden at Helping Hands in Hazleton this spring. Sophia Ojeda, Newswatch 16, Luzerne County.
Emotions boiled over at the Old Forge School Board meeting just hours before the district's teachers were set to hit the picket line. It's been 2 years since the teachers union had a new contract with the district, and the frustration was evident for all to see. The school board says the district is in a crisis situation. Funding from the state has been slashed, officials say, by $450,000 a year. Meanwhile, pension and health care costs continue to go up alarmingly, and the district says even with tax increases the last 2 years, it is losing money. Negotiators for Old Forge accuse the teachers of being unreasonable.
In these economic times, it is a little harsh to hold the children hostage in exchange for saying we want to only pay $2.50 for our prescription. That's all they pay. We will be paying, on the other hand, a cool $1 million for those health benefits. We have repeatedly told them we can no longer afford to do that.
The average salary of a teacher in Old Forge School District is $47,891. If you go to the Scranton, if you go to the paper and their statistics, that results to being the lowest paid teacher in 20 school districts.
Parents find themselves caught in the middle.
Shame on the school board, shame on the teachers.
This is the sound we hear after every snowstorm here in our area. Snowplow trucks take to the roads and start the ritual of plowing through and clearing away the white stuff. This man, Carl Dunda of Dunmore, has been plowing for several years and says he hopes this season is better than the last.
Well, last year I only got out 2 times, so we had no snow, and most all contractors, our landscapers make a lot of their money in the summertime. In the wintertime, it's just income for you.
The more it snows, the more homes and businesses Dunda will get to plow, the more money he will make. Dunda says he has a larger truck for bigger jobs and the Jeep for tighter areas. In nearby Scranton, this man, John Pica, is also a snowplow contractor, cashing in this year.
Last year there was nothing. This year there's more snow than all of last year. I just do a little bit on the side, keep busy, stay out of trouble.
The computer repair castle owner is thankful for these guys. They come in and clear away the snow and make sure it's business as usual.
It's great, it's fast, people can get in here right after the storm, and I don't have to do it.
And both business owners and snowplowers say they look forward to a heavier winter season. It means more business and more fun in the snow.
It's great, and I love this weather.
Yeah.
At least when I don't have to do the snow.
This is a fundraiser for the Jamie Catula Foundation. Jamie was an important part of soccer in this area, and this is just something that we've put together in his honor. In the tournament, there's 10 teams. They're from different areas. We use the money to help people that are in the same type of circumstance, and we're also doing this to present scholarships. Last year, the Catula Foundation presented over $80,000 in scholarships.
We wanted to do something like this because soccer was what Jamie loved. He really did, and this is really in keeping with Jamie's spirit.
This really takes what Jamie was all about, having people together in his spirit, having a great time.
It's a great cause. He was one of my close friends when he passed away, so it was really tough.
He was always there to help you out, so this tournament just shows that it shows people to help others.
I think this is something we would like to continue from year to year. There's the Lina tournament that everybody is familiar with, and we would like this to be the soccer equivalent of the Lina tournament.
This is what he would have dreamed of because he truly loved us. He truly loved his friends and his family, and he loved the sport of soccer.
And Jamie had so many friends, and he touched so many people, and it shows by the people who helped make this a possibility.
We're all doing this for him, and every game that we play is for him.